Yo, this is gonna be a little quick video, but I want to talk about the real reason why I think some brothers, especially so-called thinking black men, voted for the right or seemingly caping for the right. Cause some you guys, bro, some you guys are caping for the right. You doing all this anti-leftist talk while being on the far right, which doesn't even make any sense to me. But it is what it is. I think a lot of brothers voted on the right, especially like the so-called thinking brothers, is because I think a lot of you guys just voted just to spite everybody else. I think some brothers voted for Trump because that's like a middle finger to the straggle daggles and Pookie and Ray Ray, feminists, you know, alphabet letter stuff, abortion and all that other stuff. Even though I don't think conservatives feminism. I mean, how long we be having these issues? I mean, if the Republicans want to, they could have did something about this, but chose not to. They damn near playing on the same side. It's like two sides of the same coin. But I do think and feel like some dudes will vote against their own interests because they don't want certain people to benefit. Like somebody from the left, excuse me, somebody from the left might have some legitimate policies that could benefit you, but because you think it's going to benefit these straggle daggles and everybody else too, you're willing to vote against it. But it's really unrealistic if you really think about it, because there's going to be policies that's going to benefit everybody. You can't expect there's going to only be policies that's only going to benefit certain people. Like Sir Tristan, like he's my boy and all that, but I do have my disagreements with him. Like it is insane to think that every single policy that should come out is only supposed to benefit thinking black men, or is only supposed to benefit productive and educated brothers. And that's not necessarily how it works. Like the prison reform, that's not like I just a lot of paranoia. Some people say, well, prison reform, that just really means Pookie and Ray Ray, which is ridiculous. Of course, I mean, it can benefit Pookie and Ray, but it can benefit guys who have no business being in jail in the first place, in these prisons in the first place. Some people that you might not be fond of, like these feminists, alphabet, is there might benefit off these policies, but so will you. And this whole situation is basically sometimes you just gonna have to take the good with the bad. It is what it is. I mean, don't worry about these people. Do what you need to do to get yourself together. Take everything that you can benefit off and do your own thing. Don't worry about all these other people. I'm not worried about alphabet, these feminists. I'm not worried about them. I'm just worried about myself. And I think there's a lot of low key simping because some of you brothers think if you just be so anti right, no, so anti left, then everything's going to shut down. You know, the feminism, they're going to lose all their so called benefits. And then these women, they're going to have to bend the knee of men. They're going to have to depend on us now. They can't depend on quote unquote government assistance. Yeah, these women going to be in trouble now. Like, some of you dudes are simps. I'm just going to be honest. I agree with MOT on this, man. Don't worry about them. Just do what you need to do and stay away from these people. It's all you got to do. And this whole anti-socialism, like, it's bullshit. Like, what's wrong with socialism? And you really can't have socialism. No, you really can't have capitalism without some form of socialism. Because it balances out the system. Like you can't have one without the other. So why can't we have both? Why can't we have both socialism and capitalism? And this whole thing where, oh, accountability and responsibility, man, fuck all that. I mean, I'm all for accountability and responsibility, but when I hear that for some of these Negroes out here, it really they just saying they don't want Negroes to have shit, or I don't want these straggle daggles or these Pookie and Ray Rays, these everybody, these females to have shit, even though that can benefit you as well. But I go against it just to spite them. That's honestly what I hear when I hear cats be on this anti-socialism and talk all this accountability and responsibility. And I agree, but I just don't agree with that 100%. I agree with accountability and responsibility, but not at 100%. Because I do think there should be things in place so that people can get themselves up. Because some people are just born in certain circumstances. You know, everybody didn't get to choose their parents. And some people just on the bottom. And here's the thing. What if somebody is on the bottom and they make it to the top and then they fall back down on the bottom? And it's hard for them to pick themselves back up. I mean, I believe, you know, in hard work and accountability and responsibility, but damn, I think things should be easier. We should have an easier life. There should be a system in place so it can help people to get to where they want to a little easier. Because I'm a believer. I don't believe life should be hard like that. So the whole point of the video is like, why be far either side instead of just playing the middle and taking benefits from both sides instead of just one side? Because some of you guys think that the far right has all the answers, which they don't have our best interests. They don't care about Negroes, just like y'all say that the left don't care. I mean, we're just a bunch of affirmative action symbolism pieces to the left, and we're just a pat Negro, a pat token on the right. I always quick to call somebody, oh, you're a leftist, but why are you putting on your bat cape and your utility belt for the right? You got your batterines out here attacking the left while you defending the right. Riding your own Batman, riding your Batmobile. I mean, I just don't get it. And I'm siding with MOT and the Gone on this one, and Mike V on this one.